What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, as you can see here, we got ourselves another Lego set. This one being the Land Rover Defender 90, and as you can see, the box is not the best of condition. Now, I bought this set from a liquidation place, and they thought there were some missing pieces. I counted up all the bags. I think they're all there, so fingers crossed there's nothing missing. Now, we're gonna do a time-lapse build and a mini review at the end. So let's go ahead and get started on the Land Rover Defender 90. here we have it, folks. The fully assembled Lego Land Rover Defender 90. Man, this thing looks incredible. Very close to real thing with the way this thing's shaped. It's not a Technic series, so Technic series is very blocky. But anyways, let me go ahead and show you guys the features of this thing. So I got opening hood, but it doesn't support itself. Basically falls down, but there's a hood prop. So you fold this thing out, fold that out, and there you have it. Hood's propped up. Now, as far as engines, this is the diesel option. You do have the option to put the V8 in there, but I think the diesel looks better, so I went with that one. And also with the hood, you have 3 options. So you got the bulge, or you can do the straight across hood, or you can do the hood that's got the mounts for the spare tire. I don't think that looks right, so I went with the bulge. I think it looks pretty good. And since this is right-hand drive, got an opening and closing passenger door. And look on the back side of the Defender 90, you got the spare tire mounted onto the back door. Actually, the back door swings open just like so. And since this is right-hand drive, I'll go ahead and open up the driver's side door. Now the steering doesn't have too much response, but it is hooked up to the steering wheel, so I'm gonna see if I can steer this thing. Barely does it, but there's a lot of play on the suspension. So there you go, let's turn to the left right there. Straighten it back out, close the door. Now this thing does have an active suspension. It's got some heavy-duty springs, front and rear. Now, one of my favorite features on this Defender 90 is actually the roof actually comes off. So if you carefully pull at this thing, see if I can do this while holding the camera, and actually pull off like that. And now you got yourself a convertible Defender 90, so you can see all the details. Seats have a little bit of recline action going. Passenger side, driver's side. Looks like you got a coffee cup there, and this is a manual transmission. So this is elite right there. No automatic boring stuff. And then you got the back seats lined up, ready for safari. And the back door still hinges without the roof. And that is so cool. With the removable roof, you can see all the details inside. It's just like a Ford Bronco. So don't criticize me too much, guys, for saying that comment. Okay, let's go ahead and put the roof back on, and I'll show you all the accessories that came with this thing. Essentially just line the roof up on the pegs and just gently push down. Looks like the roof is back on. Let's check out that back door. Grab by the spare tire, and there it is. Roof is successfully reinstalled. Very nice feature, I love that. Alrighty, check out how many accessories came with this Defender 90. So you got yourself a jack right there, 2 gas cans, you got a toolbox that opens and closes. So you can open up this toolbox just like so. And there's all the miscellaneous tools you can put in there. Close it back up. And you got traction boards, fire extinguisher, different license plates, and you got some hand tools. Looks like a miniature sledgehammer, axe, pickaxe, and a shovel. And you got a wheel and tire. And you got the V8 engine right there. Now here's the bolt-on accessories to the vehicle itself. Obviously this is the big boy, that's the roof rack right there, attaches the side and the front of the vehicle. And then you got the brush guard with an actual functioning winch. And then we got frame sliders, a snorkel, and a ladder. Okay, so take one last look at the stock form of the Defender 90, because we're gonna go ahead and bolt on all these exterior accessories. And then we'll make a judgment call if it looks better in stock or customized. So let's go ahead and put this thing together. Alrighty, here's the Defender 90, all dressed up with the exterior modifications. You got the front brush guard with the winch, you got the frame sliders on both sides, and most importantly, you got this large roof rack. And look on the back side, you got a ladder and you got a fire extinguisher. And over here on the driver's side, we got a snorkel. Now you got these gray pegs right here where you can hang the traction boards. You can basically just hook up the traction boards just like so, but actually cover up the side windows. I don't think I like that too much, so I'm gonna leave the traction boards off. And then we got the snorkel right here. I'm not a fan of these things. I know they're functional for serious off-roading, so we're gonna pull this thing off. Okay, it's looking a little bit better. And on the front side, we got this large brush guard with a functioning winch and some auxiliary lights. Now it looks kind of cool right now, but it actually takes away the beauty of that front end with the headlights and the grill and whatnot, so I don't like this too much. Plus, if I try to operate this winch, you're supposed to be able to turn this knob right here. This brush guard is held on only by 4 pegs, so it's easy to snap right off. I mean, it doesn't take much effort, so this thing's gonna come off. So we can see the natural beauty of the front end. Let's go ahead and put that license plate back on. Okay, much better. All right, let's take a look at the back end. I think that fire extinguisher stands out too much. Go ahead and take this thing off. That cleans up a lot better right there. Now I'm not sure about leaving this ladder on or not. I might actually take this thing off, see what it looks like. Yeah, I like that without the ladder. And then we got this frame sliders, or steps if you want to call them that. I kind of like those, so let's go ahead and keep the frame sliders and the roof rack in position without the traction boards. So let's go ahead and pull these gray clips out right here. All right, that's looking much better right there. Now, if I wanted to go ahead and take this rack off, basically I just pull this thing straight off, remove these 6 1x2 blocks, and you replace it with these curved green 1x2 blocks. And you'll never be able to tell that this thing had a roof rack. All right, guys, so what do you think? Leave the roof rack in place along with the frame sliders, or basically just take off the roof rack and the frame sliders and make this thing 100% stock? Maybe even take off the roof itself, make this thing a convertible version, but I don't know, I might switch this thing up every few weeks, depending on if I get bored or not, but let me know your guys' opinions. I'd love to hear them in the comment section below. All right, did a quick experiment, went ahead and removed the windshield frame on this roof rack system, and then went ahead and put these rounded blocks back in the fenders, and this is the end result right here. This thing looks cleaner without this windshield frame right there, and you still have the roof rack with the roof cage on top and all those auxiliary lights on the front and on the back side right there. So removing that windshield frame really shows the beauty of this truck, and I think I like this configuration best. You still have an accessory on there with the roof rack and the roof cage, but you don't have that bulky windshield frame right there, and plus you get the fender shape right there back with these blocks in place. All right, so what do you guys think? You like the windshield frame, or you like it without the windshield frame? Let me know in the comments below. Alrighty guys, here we have it. The Lego Land Rover Defender 90, 100% complete. Now fortunately, there was no missing pieces within the heavily damaged box, so everything worked out. Now speaking of the build, I really enjoyed putting this model together. Everything went together pretty well, and I'm glad that Lego chose the color scheme of light green with a white roof. I think it looks pretty good. Anyways, speaking of accessories, I think the accessory package should have been a separate item with Lego. It would have not only saved some money on this package, but all these items on the top, the front, the side, and the back, not everyone's gonna put that on there, but it is what it is. I guess it gives you some customization. But anyways, if you're thinking about getting this Defender 90, highly recommend doing so, because I really enjoyed this model, and I think you might like it too. And if you guys like these types of Lego builds and review series, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and have a fantastic day.